Hello and welcome to another Bushwhacker review. Today we are going to be taking a look at the NASCAR Authentics Wave 3 for 2022. We finally have a wave with some of the, primary next-gen paint schemes. Took it to Wave 3 to actually get, most of the primaries. We got all four Hendrick, well not the primaries because the Hooters really isn't the primary, but we got four Hendrick cars, we got a Stewart-Haas racing car, Penske, and a couple Gibbs cars. As well as you can see on the left, we have a Xfinity car, again. Now, there's something worth pointing out about this wave that a lot of people have probably already seen. You've probably seen around with plenty of people posting about it, where some of the cars in this wave, for some reason, have, really cheaper decal quality. It's really odd. I'll bust out the Hooters car first, because I did buy one of the regular release Hooters cars, and, look at the hood right there. Look at how much blurrier the hood decal is. It's you can see on the side too. It's I don't know if it's coming across on camera. It's way blurrier. You can even see, look around the back quarter panel there. Look at how much, blurrier the Napa logo is. It's really odd. It's certain cars in this wave, this, Harvick is another one. Look at how blurry that back quarter panel is. And another weird thing about that is that these apparently have, the decals don't come off as easy. I remember, I forget exactly which count it was, but there's one of the, customizers that said when he, used whatever he used to usually get the decals off the cars, it, only stripped the paint off the cars and not the decals. I remember it was, this one he used, and it turned into, a raw special finish 164. Because it still had all the logos, it just was missing the white paint. So, I don't know what happened there. Hopefully this isn't going to be a thing. There's something else weird about that Hooters car, but we'll get to that in a second. Why don't we just start getting back to the entire wave? So we'll first start with the Josh Berry Tire Pros car. Here's the sticker it comes with. Tire Pros love the drive, number 8, and Josh Berry. His primary Tire Pros car for 2022. I wonder if we're going to get his Harrison's car in Authentics form too. Really good paint scheme. The matte black with the bright red and white just looks fantastic. My favorite Tire Pros car is the one they didn't make, and that was last year. There was a fan vote for Sam Mayer at Bristol, and he ran this, beautiful, it was, metallic silver and, almost day glow colors for the red. It looked absolutely beautiful. I really wanted to diecast that. I was rooting for him to win the race because he was actually kind of in contention, but Sam Mayer still hasn't actually won an Xfinity race for some reason. Josh Berry's won a couple times this year. Just a cool paint scheme. Glad we get Josh Berry in Authentics. Next up, we have Kyle Larson. Here's his card. Number 5, Kyle Larson, HendrickCars.com. Little design of the car right there. Just his primary Hendrick cars. This is another one that's on the blurrier decals. Look at that NASCAR Cup Series logo. Just so weird. I hope this isn't going to be the, regular thing now where all these Authentics are going to have, really cheap, blurry decals. Because that will really suck. We already got to the point where we're not going to get any, chrome numbers in Authentics. They did finally, somebody asked that, where I was, wondering that, and when I reviewed the Wave 2. And yeah, they did say Authentics are not going to get the chrome foil numbers, only the gold series, regular boxed 164s are getting those. But anyways, it's just Kyle Larson's, Ricky Hendrick tribute paint scheme again. Honestly, kind of wish they would change it now. This looked really good last year, won the championship and everything, but, it doesn't really look as good with the number move forward. If you're going to run, I feel like it is time to, get a new Hendrick Cars paint scheme again. We got a great tribute to Ricky. Like I said, it won plenty of races in the championship. I think we can, change the paint scheme again a little bit, but... Or at least, maybe if they were doing the reverse, fire suit thing this year between, home and away tracks, you swap the colors on the car, too. That would look kind of cool. I don't know. Next up, we have the brand new Hooters paint scheme for Chase Elliott. This was, of course, designed by Lefty. It's a really good design. I love how this car looks. I'm probably going to get the 124 of this. Has a bit of the kind of old school Alan Kulwicki Hooters look mixed with some new school with, the blue and everything. All right, first look at, here's the card. Got 9 Hooters, Chase Elliott, a big picture of the owl. But now that's what I was pointing out also. When I got this Gold Series car to compare the decal quality, I noticed that there's a lot of little changes for some reason. Like, look on the top. For some reason, the Authentic has, like, black logos where the roof cameras would be that they didn't put on the regular car. It's got the Chevy bow tie on the front. You see, like, the grill decal is way smaller for some reason on the Authentic. So are the little, you see these little, like, fog lights or whatever aren't even near the molding where this one is. You see, like, A-Shock is under the Cup Series logo on the Authentic, where on the regular one it's back here. And then you have in the back, you have Napa on the Authentic has a blue box around it, both on the side and on the deck lid, and not on the Authentic. Or, I mean, not on the Gold Series. The Gold Series also has a winner sticker. There's a little logo next to Vaseline that isn't on here. You see the 9 is a little bit brighter and everything. It's weird. This one has a little, like, exhaust decal. You see next to the side, where the jack stand is, where the Gold Series doesn't have it. Just a lot of weird little changes. Just feel like pointing that out. That's a great paint scheme. I'm kind of glad we got that first before Napa. Here we have William Byron's Exalta number 24. I would call it his primary, but for some reason his primary has become that really hideous Raptor car. This Exalta car has not run that many times this year. Probably like 5 times in total. This one looks way better, you know. This car definitely grew on me. I wasn't really sure about it when it first, you know, got revealed last year, but it really did grow on me. The bright colors mixed with the matte black looks pretty cool. This one also does have the kind of, you know, more accurate colored rims, if you can see that. They're kind of painted in like a silver grayish color. Because if you know, the next gen rims are not actually black. 2311 actually does use black rims, but everyone else has this kind of like generic, the generic rim color is like a gray, and then Penske has the chrome rims, which turns into silver on these 164s. But right here is the sticker. Exalta 24 and William Byron. Solid choice for Authentics. Next up, we have Alex Bowman's Ally number 48. Here's the card. Has that weird-looking Ally logo, Alex Bowman and 48. Here is the car itself. Yeah, this paint scheme really isn't doing it for me this year. It's like a weird off-white cream color, which Lionel seems to make a little bit too creamy. Like, the real car doesn't look quite this off-white, but the real car is a bit of an off-white. This one, again, does have the kind of silver painted rims, if you can see that. But this paint scheme just looks really, like, boring. It just looks like it's like a test car. Last year, Ally finally made, like, a really cool-looking paint scheme with that purple one that he won. You know, he won with a few times. Like, that was just kind of an interesting and unique paint scheme. Then they just went to this, like, weird Blaine white car, off-white car. That still has yellow numbers for, I guess, Johnson, but looks even weirder on this car. Definitely not a great paint scheme. Hopefully they change it for next year. Next up, we have Kevin Harvick's Hunt Brothers Pizza car. Except this one is one of the worst ones with the decal quality. Hopefully it's coming across on camera, because like you can see just how blurry, like look at that like fuel cell and the Subway logo and everything back there. Looks terrible. Can't even read the Cup Series logo. Just really odd. This one also has, for some reason, has decal like stripes on the splitter. I don't know how that happened. This one, again, has the weird little, you know, roof cameras. It's like they were going to do that on the cars and then decided that it didn't look good, so they got rid of it. The 124s do have actually molded both roof cameras in the front and the back. This paint scheme is not good in general. Like, the Hunt Brothers, that's kind of the problem with this, you know, with when they move the number forward, any logo that's like a box or something doesn't really work because you have all this blank space back here. There is a Busch logo on the real car to fill that in a little bit, but they also, for some reason, use the circle Busch logo instead of putting, like, Busch to really fill out the space. But this car is not one that uses the space very well. Next up, we have... Oh, here's the Kevin Harvick Hunt Brothers Pizza sticker. Next, we have Ryan Blaney's Menards Libman car, which is funny that, for some reason, this one doesn't actually have the sponsor on the sticker, just a 12 and Ryan Blaney. Not even really the paint scheme colors either. But here we have his Menards Libman car. He raced this at, like, I want to say Nashville or Pocono. Somewhere around that time during the season is when he finally raced his diecast. Although Cindric's Menards Richmond Water Heaters car didn't actually race until Watkins Glen. So that was funny. But Said I always love the Menards cars. The Libman cars always look good with the bright green mixed with the bright yellow. But you see all the Penske cars this year are just going to have, you know, metallic silver painted rims instead of the chrome rims that they actually run, because they can't really paint chrome onto a plastic wheel. But looks good. Always love the Menards cars. I know some people don't like them, but I always love the Menards cars, and I always pick up the 124s of them. Next up, we have Kyle Busch's number 18 M&M's Toyota Camry. Got 3 M&M's, Kyle Busch, and number 18. I like how this car has double final meanings now. Before it was just like, oh, it's the final M&M's car. Everyone wants to pick up the final M&M's car. Now it's, you know, his final Joe Gibbs racing car too. That was just such a weird situation. I hate that M&M's left, and then, you know, Kyle was going to get sponsorship from Oracle, the tech company that sponsors an F1, but something made them back out. If I had to guess, it's probably, you know, Kyle's salary, because it was, you know, very well known that Kyle has the highest salary of any driver in NASCAR. And apparently Mars was paying like upwards of like $25 million a year to sponsor the car, so it's no surprise that they want to leave. Honestly, I would not be surprised to see Mars come back someday. Like, I feel like if they come back in a few years, they can get some new young driver that, you know, is way cheaper than Kyle. So I feel like they're probably not going to be gone forever. Hopefully not. I really, you know, as you know, I collect all the Mars cars, so I definitely am sad to see them go. But interesting to see what Kyle Busch can do in the RCR8 car. This is definitely a really nice paint scheme. Like, I love how I was really excited for the Mars cars just because, you know, M&M's especially, I knew they were really going to be able to fill out the space nicely, and boy, did they use the space. Got a car with all 6 characters on it. Even, you know, like Blue, who barely gets on cars anymore. So that's really cool. I said, I hate how they put this Interstate Batteries logo, like, shoved on top of orange and green right there. Like, would have been fine down there. Or even, like, find a way to put it somewhere else, but it looks kind of weird just shoved in the middle right there. Just a great paint scheme. And last but not least of the wave, we have Christopher Bell's DeWalt, number 20. This one would have had chrome numbers on the side, but said you'll have to get the Gold Series if you want those. Now they're even more expensive if you get the box cars. Any new ones are like $3 or $4 more if they have the chrome number. Pretty solid paint scheme. Nothing too special, just a typical DeWalt looking car. What you expect from the DeWalt cars. It's funny how this one, the logo is so high up because I didn't want to be over the vents. Like I said, a pretty solid wave. Nice selection of cars. You got, you know, Ford, Toyotas, and Chevys. Even got an Xfinity car. This honestly should have probably been what, you know, 2022 Wave 1 should have been. Less so Wave 3. It took to get, you know, actual primaries. I said, we're definitely interested to see when Wave 4 comes out, if we're going to have any more of these bad quality decal cars. I'm also curious if the Harvick and the Larson are in any ways different from the Gold Series cars. I mean, the Larson would be a little bit, because you see it also does have these small grill decals and stuff. But like how there's a bunch of different logos on the Hooters. I wonder if there's going to be any ones like that anymore. Especially, like, I'm interested to see when Logano's Shell Pennzoil car ends up in Authentic, because it's probably going to end up some point in the next couple waves. Is it going to be, you know, the Gold Series one that's updated? Or is it going to be like that original reveal, like, Clash paint scheme? Because that could make the Authentic something special. Just have to wait and see. Something else I want to point out in this video that I randomly found is that Spin Master is sort of getting back into the NASCAR Diecast game. Spin Master has just released at Walmart 2 packs with monster trucks. Like, it comes with, like, here you go. Here's an El Toro logo. But then it comes with these little Monster Jam stock cars. There's a Gravedigger one, which I haven't found yet. That's basically the paint team that was on the 4 car, but they don't have numbers or anything, as you can see in front of you. But this is a new Spin Master stock car body. It's like a knockoff Ford Mustang. See, it has a Monster Jam logo instead of a Ford logo. But if you actually look at the details, it's like, it's a knockoff Ford Mustang Gen 6 body. Like, what a random thing. So you got a giant Monster Jam logo where the engine would be. But I feel like just pointing that out, that if you want some, you know, different stock car diecast, you can get Spin Master for the old days of Authentics. There's an El Toro Loco, a Monster Mutt Dalmatian, and a Gravedigger. I definitely have to get the Gravedigger one. This one's really funny with the horns just painted on the roof. Even has like molded like double shark fins. I don't know. But I don't know. I just felt like pointing that out in the video. It's really funny that we got Spin Master Diecast back. If you want this wave, it is in stores right now, so you can go look for any releases that you want. The Kyle Busch M&M's car is, you know, definitely the hardest to find. I kind of wanted to grab a second one just to keep sealed, and I have not been able to find a Kyle Busch M&M's one in stores. So, if you see that one, you might want to pick that one up. But I think pretty much all there is to say. This has been a review of the NASCAR Authentics Wave 3 for 2022. Remember, for all of your other diecast needs, you can go to circlebdiecast.com, and if you use the code BWhack, you can get $5 off shipping on any order over $30. So go check that out if you want anything. But I think that's pretty much all there is to say. This has been a review of the NASCAR Authentics Wave 3, which I already said. But once again, hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching.